What's going on, guys? So today we're basically doing a similar video that I did a few days ago, where I talked about how to improve your KD, and this video is going to be similar to that, just basically more, more general tips for you guys to use to improve in the game. Somewhat similar, but that's fine. Anything that can help you improve in the game, you should be trying to do. This is for like tips for like guys who like really want to improve in the game. But yeah, that's my, goal for you guys is to make sure you guys get better in the game. I'm pretty good at the game, I would say, and I want to share my knowledge of how to get better in the game, and that's just basically my end goal. And this gameplay here is on phone. I have a lot of scrims on the phone that are recorded and ready for you guys to upload. Except without VC, but the background gameplay is gonna be scrims. So hope you all enjoy some of the phone gameplay that I have done, and yeah, let's get right into the video. So the first tip that I have, especially for people who are solo ranking, is the correct perks you need to use. The first perk you need to have necessary is Ghost. Trust me, I'm the type of guy who used to run toughness and all these other perks on that side, and Ghost is really beneficial, especially if you're not winning your gunfights and if they're just spamming UAVs. It's gonna be annoying to shoot the UAVs, right? You always want to run Ghost. That's just my tip. I mean, toughness, it's gonna help in some gunfights, but not in all the gunfights. Ghost is like really important for you to flank around the map and get free kills, and that's gonna bring us to the other points that I have. And the second perk that I have that I would say is really necessary is Dead Silence. I mean, you can run like other perks, but Dead Silence is probably key for ranking, because man, like if you have Ghost and you don't have Dead Silence, like what's the point? Like they're gonna hear you. There's people with like sound in the game, and trust me, like there's some people who are really sweaty and like try hard in the game to the point where like they have like two big headphones locked into their ears and they're just listening, right? So Ghost and Dead Silence are like the two key perks that I would say that need to be equipped on every map when you're playing. Doesn't matter, especially in S&D, right? You want to run, except S&D, you don't have to run Ghost. You can run Toughness S&D, not even Toughness S&D. You want to run Hardwired, because dude, the trip mines, like they've gotten to me. If people watch my streams, you already know I'm so bad and I can get killed by trip mines. But the point is, Ghost and Dead Silence are really important for respawns, and you're mostly going to be playing at respawn matches. And that brings me to my other tip, is on SMGs and ARs. I would highly suggest, especially for SMGs, to use the iron sights. I don't see the point of having a red dot or some like scope on an SMG, so don't put anything on an SMG. Search on the COD or RUS. Don't put anything on there. Trust me, you'd rather get used to the iron sight. The scoping time is so much faster and it just feels so much better, right? The scoping time, and actually like the cordite iron sight is like the cleanest one, right? And that's my opinion. So my tip is don't put anything on the iron sight, because the recoil gets so shaky and it gets uncontrollable. Trust me on that, and that's what I'd say. But yeah, don't use a don't use a red dot or holographic scope on this. And just ARs, maybe like you can put a red dot on the LK, because LK iron sight's pretty dog. But every other AR, I would say you want to try using iron sight. But it's mostly what you feel comfortable with. But these are just my suggestions. And another tip, Brandon brings me another tip here. When you're taking gunfights, right, and you're challenging someone and you miss the first few shots, this game's desync is so bad. Like, if you miss your first few shots, the chances are the next few you're gonna miss, and he's just gonna turn around and kill you. That's happened to me so many times where like you shoot someone and they don't die, and like, you keep shooting them because you think you're gonna kill them, but then you die. So you don't want to like ego challenge, right? You don't want to like. I would highly suggest, if you challenge someone and you miss your shots, the first few shots, like the first 5 bullets, if you don't hit, just go in a safe spot and just like regroup and then challenge again, right? You don't want to like miss your shots and then get folded, right? That's just so demoralizing. So the point here is, when you challenge someone and you miss your first few shots, don't re-challenge again, please. Like, trust me, like me, coming from me, I understand that type of mistakes, and you eventually learn that that's not a good thing to do. And that brings me, my next tip here is your sensitivity. Sensitivity, always one of the most important things in the game. Fast and low sensitivity creates, different play styles. So, fast sensitivity, you run SMGs. Slower sensitivity, I'd say you run ARs, more passive play. Depends on your sensitivity, your play style in the game. Me, I have like super high sense, so like one little flick of my phone, like it like does a whole 360. That's why you see like this like weird like movement on the game, right? It's like little like glitchy movement, because since it's so high, that it's like that. So the sensitivity, finding your sensitivity, a suggestion, like you want to start with the default sensitivity and just slowly adjust things. That's how I would do sensitivity. I honestly didn't really change too much to my sensitivity. Like I don't even forgot like I forgot like how I found my sensitivity here on the game, but it was really easy for me to find my sensitivity. Mostly default sensitivity with a few adjustments. But yeah, and brings me to another tip here is the maps that you play. You want to know what ray gun to use, right? To be honest, I use COD for every map, but honestly, there's other beneficial guns to use. Right now, it's just the meta is the COD, but usually for different maps, you can run ARs. ARs are more beneficial. You just gotta understand, where you're being placed in the map, right? If you're playing, like, if you're spawning out or you're spawning long distance combat fights like Crossfire, you can run an AR on Crossfire. Crash, you can run an AR. There's so many positions on Crash where you can run an AR. So there's different maps that have different beneficial guns, right? And that's what you want to understand. How to, and this all correlates to how you're going to improve yourself in the game and how you're going to improve your KD and how to never die in COD, right? And another tip here that I have is bait your teammates in ranked. When you're playing legendary rank, don't care for your team. Don't rely on your team at all. It's basically you versus the other team. Like that's how I see it when I play solo rank. You cannot rely on your teammates to do anything. Like you have to focus on yourself, and that's the way my tip is. Like bait your teammates. If you're playing hardpoint and your teammates are going OBJ, man, bait the hell out of them. Like be the last guy there and to clean up the refrags. Be like Vake, right? I'm joking, but you want to clean up the refrags. And don't rely on your teammates. I mean, you'll see me play streams how like I'm just playing for myself. I don't give a damn about what my team is doing, right? And that's how it is. And then the second tip I have here, the second tip. What am I talking about? I'm so dumb. Is my other tip here is stay away from the mid map. Do not go mid map unless that's just so like that's a dead zone. Unless you have the skill capacity to challenge players mid map and maneuver that. Don't be doing that. You want to stay away from mid map. And you want to play the edges and flanks. That's what my suggestion is play around the edges of the map, flank around. If you have ghosts in the towns, that's like the perfect thing to do is flank around, get a few easy kills, and that's how you're gonna improve yourself in your KD, and you know how to not die, right? If you position yourself really well, playing flanks, man, you're gonna get like hella kills, right? You're gonna be going like 20 kills, 25 kills every game, instead of like usual games that like I would say like you get like less than 10 kills or barely like double-digit kills, right? So playing avoiding mid map and flanking. I remember I used to play like that. I used to play like a bitch, but it gets a lot of kills, and I know how it is, especially on respawns. And brings me to like, one of my final tips here is use persistence. Lightweight, it can be sacrificed if using air, but if you use persistence and you use higher level streaks like VTOL, Stealth Chopper, and Goliath, if you're able to get like at least like 20 kills per map on respawn, 15 to 20 kills using these type of kill streaks here, actually going to be really beneficial for you because if you have higher kill streaks, you can get more kills, right? And that's going to improve your KD. So that's like a really simple thing. Try out persistence; it's really good. And yeah, if you have more lethal streaks, you can have more kills, right? So you want to get the lethal streaks. And as for the specialists, I would suggest using Annihilator right now. The Annihilator is so good. Like, if you're using something else besides the Annihilator, what are you doing, man? Like, use the Annihilator. It's literally a one-shot kill, aimbot. It's so good, right? And that's what it is. And my final tip here that I want to talk about is don't play OBJ. I know, like me, most of my videos are playing OBJ, right? But if you're in legendary rank, sometimes you can't do OBJ because your teammates are not going to get the kills. And if you're not playing OBJ, you're obviously going to get more kills. If you notice, like when someone's playing OBJ, they don't do the best on the team. It's the guys who just slay out in the map. And they rotate smartly, rotating through the map, maneuvering the map, understanding the map's game sense. If you're not playing OBJ, you can do that more, which will lead to more kills. And that brings me like to my conclusion here. Like, hopefully these type of tips can that I said right here are they're a bit generalized, right? But if you understand them and like use them in game and actually like try to like do say what I say, and it's not going to be like an improvement within one game. You have to just try it every game and practice. But hopefully that this type of video helps you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to upload. I think next week I'm gonna try and do like a daily upload. I'm not sure what I want to do, but if you really enjoy these type of tip videos, make sure to leave a like. I really do appreciate you guys, all the support lately, and it means a lot to me. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, I would say I'm really bad at ending videos, man. I'm so sorry, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, I'll say leave a like. And, if you stayed this long, make sure to leave a comment. I'll make sure to like it because I love reading the comments too. That's one of my favorite things. But yeah, have a good day, and yeah, see you guys in 2 days. All right, see you guys. Thank you.